Some of the stories that children at the well would be telling, some of the children would be telling wisdom tales perhaps that aren't even exactly connected with their specific faith tradition, but in the genre of wisdom tales through the ages that anyone could connect with. But I recall you did one story that was very much connected to the Methodist faith. What was that story?
That was a story about John Newton, the man who wrote Amazing Grace. And it was the story of how he came to be saved after living a hard life and being a slave trader for many years.
Oh, yes. I remember, because then you got to sing Amazing Grace as part of that story. You like to sing and weave story and song together.
Yes.
Oh, that's great. In part of your activities of Children at the Well, there's so much more than simply performing. What are some of the other things that you've gotten to be involved in?
I've been able to attend different conferences at colleges, and I have presented workshops with other people in Children at the Well, and I've gotten to go to workshops as well. So we've been able to represent Children at the Well.
And some of those are about storytelling, but I believe you went to one that was really about interfaith dialogue. Isn't that correct?
Yes.
Tell me about that.
That was a conference at Northeastern University in Boston, and it was called TIDE, Teen Identity Diversity Education. And when you got there were all of these activities, and you got to talk with the other people, and you get to go to workshops about diversity and about how you shouldn't stereotype other people just based on their religion or anything.
So this work of peace and understanding is about learning, isn't it?
Yes.
Educating ourselves in just what are the differences between us, and that story is one very powerful way to do that. How many years have you been involved?
I have been involved with Children at the Well for 5 years.
Wow, wow. Anything particular you could speak to that you've learned, just in your heart of heart, something that's been of benefit to you to be part of this group?
I have learned a lot about other religions through this group, because when I started, I was in 7th grade, and I grew up as a Methodist, and I was going to a Catholic school, so those were honestly the two traditions that I had any idea about. And I got to Children at the Well, and I was interacting with all these people from all other different religions, and I got to learn about them for the first time, and I definitely know a lot more now than I would have if I had never joined.
And you've made friends with children from so many different cultural groups. Yes. Oh, that's just great. Any particular favorite story you've had to tell over all those years, or even one maybe that you heard from one of the other students?
My favorite story that I've told is my Amazing Grace story, because it wasn't written down anywhere, and you and we've compiled the facts about John Newton, and we created a story just out of the information that was there. And I also really like singing, and so I enjoy that story for a lot of different reasons.
I loved working on that story with you. It's really something to step into someone's life and look at their experience, and then create a story which presents them to the world. You did a wonderful job with that.
Thank you.
Well, thanks very much for joining us today with your story and to talk about Children at the Well. I'm sure that many groups of people will enjoy learning about Children at the Well, and perhaps will contact us through our website about joining us. You started at what age was it?
12.
12 years old, and you could be 11 years old and start. That's about the
Yes.
earliest that students join, up through the end of high school. All right. Thanks very much, Emily.
Thank you.